Lots of designs which have been built by the French, prototypes in Finland, and it's well over budget, and it's not been proven to be safe. Do we really want to put our future on things like that in a hurry?
Okay, I'll take that one point. Is there any other questions, comments on the issue of nuclear from the audience at all? Lady down the street.
Is it correct that there are still areas in the UK where there are removal restrictions on animals due to the fallout from Chernobyl? I believe that's still the case, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and do you want to come back on that?
Chernobyl was an entirely different type of nuclear design to any of the nuclear power stations we've got in this country. It's had an unstable core, concrete core, so it's very, very different. And certainly none of the Magnox power stations or the British Energy power stations have ever been in any way, come in anywhere near a Chernobyl incident.
I appreciate that, but in view of the fact that the havoc that the volcano in Iceland has just caused and how quickly it's spread around the globe, isn't it an indicator that perhaps a nuclear power station is actually a risk that we need to take in view of the fact that there are a lot of other power sources we could be exploiting?
Well, there are. We need to develop all power sources, including wind energy and renewables, and better insulation, better greener building techniques, so that we green our environment in that way. But I still do not believe that we will generate enough electricity without going into the new generation of nuclear power stations, which are very, very different to the 1950s Magnox stations that we've got here at the moment. And those stations actually are pretty safe. They're very, very safe. The workforce on the nuclear power stations and our nuclear engineers are the envy of the world. So much so that the Eastern European states that came into the European Union, in order for those states to come in, they had to clean up their nuclear power, because of the way that those power stations were being run. And it was British know-how, British technology, our nuclear people, and I'm very proud that they did this, who went to the Eastern European states to make those nuclear power stations safer. And it's because of that we have a safer nuclear world, and that was the know-how coming from this country.
There's a lady at the back who's held her hand up a very long time, very patiently.
Just a comment. To the best of my recollection, both 3 Mile Island and Chernobyl were due to human error, and it's going to be exceedingly difficult to factor that up completely.
And coolant failure, because the new ones use a different type of coolant, which in wind scale they use fire hoses to throw it out. The new ones use caustic soda. Water and fire and caustic soda does not mix. And if you have both of those, both Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island were due to cooling failures. Cooling failures.
Mr. Evans, I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt you there. If we can move